Hey, what's up, fellas, and my luscious female fans? Stevealicious here on the secondary StevealiciousTech channel. It's been quite a long time, but we're just going to check in with something that I bought on eBay quite a long time ago, but I never got a chance to do the video, and I didn't want to spoil it. I didn't want to soil the opening of the pristine Palm 3 from 1997. This is a new Palm 3 that I got off of eBay. The successor to the wildly popular Palm Pilot in the first of their 3 series, their numbered series, released in March of 1998. This box is what you would have seen if you had gone to your local CompUSA, your electronics boutique, whatever you had at the time. Perhaps your Babbages had it. I think I got mine at Electronics Boutique. I had the X3, which is a later revision. But it was all the same general stuff. This one I'm running Palm OS 3.0. And I remember this one was originally $400. I think that later ones they reduced it to $300 as the technology became slightly more affordable. But still, you were still laying out quite a bit of cash for these things in your late 90s, your early 2000s. And these several hundreds of dollars. And then when you see the actual usability of the items, you get a bit of a chuckle about it today. We'll go over some of the things that I found particularly frustrating at the time. But the only thing I did on this one, now it's not sealed, but it is a brand new unit that has not been used. The only thing I did on this particular unit was open it up to make sure that it didn't have the AAA batteries already installed, because that would make for quite a problem 20 years on, having the battery acid and the contacts all leaked away. So let's take a look at it. Let's get right to it. After however many minutes we've just spent, let's take a look at the box here. This is pretty cool. This comes with the bonus pack software value. We have a financial calculator, CNET Snap Online. I bet that text online must have been quite exciting at the time. Conduit to MS Outlook. We'll get to that. Email on these things. We'll wait. The connected organizer that puts important information at your fingertips. It's very exciting. So we've got all the rest of this. More applications. Portable email. Just the stretch of the term. All right, let's take a look at this. Size and weight. We have backlit display. The infrared technology. If you ever transferred anything over infrared, you know how ridiculous that is. The 2 megabyte of flexible storage capacity apparently holds 6,000 addresses, 5 years of appointments, 1,500 to-do items, 1,500 memos, and 200 email messages in 2 megabytes. I don't think that would be a 200th of an email message today, but they tried back then. They did their best. There's extended Palm software, of course, sold separately. Palm OS 3, Palm Desktop Organizer. And if you had a Mac, I tried to use this with my iMac back in the day. Very frustrating. You had to download separate software. It did work. And they bragged about the compatibility with the Macintosh platform, but it wasn't easy. So the sync, you could already tell the date itself by the monitor, the very 1997-98 looking monitor and sync. Serial, I don't know if this is the serial connector. Probably is. I don't think they would have the USB yet. Stylish flip cover, memo pad, cradle. Oh boy. Power button, that's a feature. There you go. And they say backlit, but it's really the electroluminescent just basically burning your battery power in order to light the screen. You don't want to really use it for any length of time. But anything else exciting? The very 90s logos here. PC Computing, PC Magazine, best of 1997. When PC Magazine, you could beat somebody to death with it because it was 300 pages long. All right, let's get to the main of it. Let's open this sucker up. Let's see if we can get this bad boy running. And keep everything in focus here. In frame. I think we're going to go this way. Thought I have a candle just off screen, so we're trying not to burn everything down. We'll keep the boxes relatively as they were. All right. Oh, we got our CD of software for the Palm 3. Attention Macintosh users, yes, you have to order the separate connection kit, $15. Wonder if we send that in. Windows 95 and NT. And we got our CD here. In good repair. Perhaps we'll need that. Basic Handbook. See, this is when you got manuals. This is what, look at all this. Accessory catalog. This is when you got stuff. This is how to teach you how to use the graffiti writing system. We got that, the original cards and cheat cards and advanced strokes for your writing system. Got the handbook here, all the good stuff in there. Put that over here. Accessories catalog, probably 4 times the price of the device itself. All the leather cases. The modem, the Palm Pilot modem, which is probably another $400. Another CD here, free software. This is all for the bonus pack that they had there. The conduit to MS Outlook. A free stylus. I'll send that in. The graffiti here and all the information cards and all the numbers for them all over the world. In case you get broken down somewhere in Argentina, you know who to call. Applications handbook, another huge handbook. You know, you don't even get manuals with games anymore. That was really nice when you used to get that stuff. That was special. I liked getting stuff that you could read, and then as a kid, you'd sit there and you'd read it. You know, even though it wasn't particularly interesting, you'd be excited because it's just a new tech product. Oh yeah, serial to parallel port. Those extra lightning fast connection speeds. And then the original, towards the original 3-com dock. Cradle, still in the package. Brand new. Very nice. Oh, it did come with it. That's right, it did come with these little pleather cases. Velcro, let's see, Palm Pilot. It's a model number. I'm sure if I put that on screen, it's not going to cause any issues. I doubt you could steal that and do anything with it today. But if you want to, best of luck. You got your little business cards there. Little Velcro piece. I wonder if the Velcro is already installed on this, or they give you a separate piece that you have to put on there. That's interesting. I don't know if they got this I don't know if I got one of these with the XE later on. That I think had 4 megabytes. That's the 2 megabyte version. Let's open this bad boy up. Bubble wrap still fresh. Oh, yes. Get that in focus. It did come with the... Now, I don't know. Is that a thing? It came with that pre-installed like that? Makes me wonder. If I got it looks pretty new. Looks pretty new. Flip it open. I did appreciate these things. The covers. Because you weren't going out and buying a case after you spent your $400. You wanted to carry around. I had one in high school. You put it in your blazer pocket. We had to wear a blazer because we were fancy boys. So we'd have to put this in your blazer pocket between classes when you were playing the various games that you downloaded from your friends. Open this up. Oh, very nice. Oh, the graffiti sticker already on there. Ready to go. And no batteries. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to pause it right here. We're going to put some batteries in this. And we're going to boot this up for the first time. Very exciting stuff. And we're back. Batteries in. That was only a second for you. We've got the 2 AAA batteries in there. Which I go back and forth when I remember these type of devices. Whether I really enjoyed the AAAs, which didn't last as long as they do today, or if I liked when they started adding rechargeable batteries to these things. I think I lean towards more rechargeable batteries. It was nice if you were out somewhere. You're like, all right, we'll just get some AAAs. We'll keep going. And you don't have to stop if you're on the road. But if you're using it a lot at home or closer to a power source, it was a lot better to just be able to plug it in and then get back on your way and not have to spend $1 million on batteries. But didn't even have to turn it on. We put the batteries in and let's see if we can see protects us from the glare. Whoa! Quite the reflection. Oh, man. Look at that reflective screen. All right, tap center target. All right, we're going to try to do the calibration as best we can through the viewfinder. As you can see the camera, you can see everything. All right, here we go. Setting it up. Very first time. Let's see what date it thinks it is. It thinks it's January 2nd, 1998 at 8:04 a.m. thing is in quite for quite a shock. All right, we're gonna leave that for now. Let's not get it too confused here. Let's go to the menu. Oh no, can I do that? General, buttons, preferences. Oh, this is tough to show on this thing. Very tough to show because of just how reflective it is. All right, let's see if we can set this down and get to part of the menu that we want to. Find. I forget how to use these things. The phone. You get Palm 3 accessories and everything in there. Address list. You can use this thing. Unfiled. Business. Can you find where the how'd you get home on these things? Menu. Applications. There we go. And here we are. The standard application screen. All your stuff, your date book, your calculator, your expenses, your memo pad, your to-do list, security. Man, the downloadable applications that you could get online that were relatively, I mean, a lot of them were free, or maybe they weren't supposed to be, but a lot of them were free online. They didn't take up a lot of space, and there was a lot of usability in these applications. They did have some cool stuff if you didn't need to connect online. I always wanted the Palm 7, the one with the antenna where you'd sign up for that ridiculously expensive service. I believe it was like $50 a month, and you could get that text internet, which was, I'm sure it was just wonderful. But they did, I believe they had some other services for online. I never got a lot of them working because a lot of times you'd have to be connected through the dock, or there was the other modem that they had that I didn't have. I have a modem for the Handspring Visor series, but I didn't have one of the Palm 3 modems that were really cool. I always tried to use the email, but if you know, the email functionality that they had, as we go here, and you have one from 3Com welcoming you to your purchase. If you remember, you'd sync it up. I guess in the morning. I don't know. I never exactly knew how this was supposed to work, but you'd wake up in the morning, I guess, put it in your cradle here, press your sync button in your cradle, get it down from the internet for Outlook, and then you take it and I guess you'd read it with you and compose these messages, and then hours later, I guess when you got to the office, then you could sync it up and it would go. But typing on these things, unless you had one of those keyboards that, now they have Bluetooth ones, but you'd have ones that would just connect into the port there at the bottom that you'd hook up and you could actually type on it. It was extremely difficult to be able to get in. I never mastered graffiti. I know a lot of people were able to type very accurately with it. I could never do it, the gestures. I was never that great with it. But I know a lot of people did. And the mail, just that it was almost comical what you were doing. It would for me, it would be faster to just wait to get to where I was going, type it out on my computer and send it immediately, as opposed to laboring through each character and punctuation and all the rest of it, and then saving it for later to be sent. But it was still cool. Even delayed information was cool back then. Like now it wouldn't be anywhere near as acceptable to have hours old information sitting on your phone and you're just perusing through it. But back then it was kind of cool to have some information that you'd put in. I know later on they had some stock things that you could do that were kind of cool, and obviously it wasn't real time, but you could keep your kind of portfolio together. You could do your expenses. Before phones had any functionality, now we're not even talking feature phones back then. You're not even talking your Razor or anything like that. You're talking your Nokia brick phone. That was the alternative. Unless you were playing Snake or making phone calls, you weren't doing anything else on it. So to have another dedicated device there with you was pretty cool back then. So this had its purpose. I thought it was expensive. It still would be expensive today. Could you imagine paying $400 for something like this? I can't get a good sense of the electroluminescent backlight. We'll hold down the button. It does work. You can see that bluish tint, and then you can have it go away there. It did not provide a good amount of light. It was better than nothing. There was a Game Boy that came out that had that kind of light later on because people were complaining, hey, it's better than nothing. But it still wasn't phenomenal. But these were overall, They were a bit overpriced. The functionality wasn't amazing, but it still was cool to have. If you were one of the kids in high school with one of these things, or you were one of the first people walking around with it, you had a ton of fun with it. Because it was a computing power that you could hold in your hands. You could play games. You could get information, albeit on a delayed basis. But they were still fun to have. And the first piece of tech, and the first of the second half of the marriage between this when that created the smartphone of just the regular phone and the PDA. So it's cool to see the beginning of it. It was cool to find it on eBay. Believe it or not, it was only about $40 on eBay for a brand new one in box, first boot up. Maybe we'll do some stuff with it. Maybe we'll try to get it online. I do have a handspring visor that I want to do the GPS module test for it. I haven't been able to get it working quite right, but I do want to start making some videos like this on the channel. I do enjoy all this old tech. I have a million of these things, whether it's old laptops, old PDAs like this Palm 3. I have a compact C series that I have new in box that we want to do an unboxing for. So all that to come. If you've made it this far, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Until next time, have that Stevealicious day, and comment with your palm. You put it into your cradle, the serial port that you undoubtedly still have on your machine. Type it out and send it to me. And we'll see you next time.